Same question, same code base, 2 different runs. The first one, Claude Code ran through thousands of tokens. The second one, almost 72 times less tokens. The only thing that changed was one tool, and I asked Claude to set up the whole thing for me. If you stick around, I'll teach you how to set this up in just a few minutes. Here's why that happens. When you ask Claude Code about the project, he doesn't actually know the project. He has to search for the files, look into them, adding them into the context every time you ask a question. On a small repo, that's cheap, but on a big one, you end up paying to reread the same files over and over again. Graphify fixes this lookup. You point it at your project and it builds a knowledge graph of everything, every file, every function, and the connections between them. Then, instead of querying the files, Claude just queries the graph. Let's start first by taking a look into this tool. So this tool is public, you can use it for free, and it's called Graphify. I'll leave the link in the description for the GitHub for you to use it. And we can scroll down and we can see that it works with any coding or IDE that you are using. So in our case, we're going to use it with Claude Code. And after having it installed, we can just run this command, graphify.inside of Claude Code, and it's going to build us these 3 main files. So it's going to be the graph HTML. So it's a file that we can open on our browser and visualize our code and the connections between the files and the functions. It's also going to generate a graph report. So it's basically the highlights of your code. So the key concepts, surprising connections, and even suggested questions. The other file that he also creates is the graph.json. So it's a full graph that you can query it at any time without rereading your files. So this one is going to be very important for Claude Code in order to save tokens. After this, we're going to have prerequisites and how to install it. But as always, we can just ask Claude Code to install it for us. And this is what we're going to do now. To do this, let's do this like we would do it in a real case. So first, we need a repo. So you might have one locally, but for our case, we're going to use Flask. So Flask is a simple, lightweight web framework that you can use to build endpoints. And for this, we're going to clone it. So we're going to go here on code SSH and we're going to copy this link. We're going to go to our terminal and we're going to clone it locally. After we have it locally, let's go inside and let's open VS Code. Once you're here, you can look into the files. So we have the project here to make sure that we are in the right folder, but we can go ahead and open Claude. So we're going to open Claude and you can just tell them set up Graphify from, you put the link of the GitHub repo in this repo and we can just send this. We can see here it's fetching the Graphify to take a look into it as expected. So it finished, set it up, and as you can see for my case, it actually didn't set it up, it just validated that it was installed. But in your case, this can take 1 minute or 2 to set it up. After you have it installed, you're going to have access to this command. So this command is going to be Graphify. But the thing is, I advise you to actually clear. So start a new session so that you don't reuse the same tokens that you used on the previous session to set up Graphify, because you don't need it. For this, we can write clear, or you can just close the session and you can open a different one. And now we can build the graph. So for this, we're going to do Graphify and a dot. This is going to look into every file and every function, and it's going to create for us this graph, this map that Claude in the future can use to save tokens when we ask something about the project. We see here, it found that there's no existing graph as expected because it's a new project. And it's going to build the full pipelines. Depending on the size of your project, this can take a bit to build. It finished building our graph, and as expected, we have the 3 files. So we have our graph that we can see the HTML in the browser. We have our graph reports, so the main points, some suggested questions, and then we have the graph.json. So this is the important one for Claude Code to use when we ask him questions to save us tokens. Then we can read a bit more. So the God nodes that it found, so the Flask, requests, evoke. So this is Python functions and methods that are very important in this Flask repository. Then there's like some suggested questions as we expected from the graph report that we can answer. But the coolest thing that we can take a look into it is the HTML part. So you can go here on the right to Graphify out. So this is the folder that was created by this command. We can open it on our Finder to take a look into the files. And we have here the graph.html. So let's double click it. And in here, we have the map of our code base, everything. We can look into it. We can zoom in. We can look into the files. We can see the connections between everything. Here on the right, we can search through nodes. So we can search for requests. So we are looking for the tests, let's say test request processing. It finds it. we can see it's related to what, so it's in this file, test basic. So we can find everything here a lot faster than if we had to go through the code by ourselves. And this also is going to be very important for Claude Code when we ask him questions, so that he doesn't have to also do this and save us tokens. Because the biggest problems in terms of tokens is that when it reads big files that are not actually related, and then it stays in the context throughout the session. Only if you compact it or you create a new session that this ends up being solved. Now that we have the graph generated, we can go back to our Claude Code and we can take a look if it's already installed. We can see here in Claude.md that in this case it was installed. So when we see here the Graphify section, it means that it installed it, and that Claude Code every time is going to create a new session is going to be aware of it. But if this part here does not appear, what you have to do is that you go back to Graphify repository, you scroll down until make the assistant always use the graph, and we're going to look for your platform. So in our case is Claude Code. And you can just copy the comment. We go back to where we have our repo. We can open a new terminal and we're going to run this command. So this command is going to install it so that Claude, every time it creates a new session, is going to use this Graphify in order to save tokens. So it's already telling us it's already installed, because on our first command, when we ask him to set it up, it installed it for us. But just so you know, if you don't see it, it's because of this. Since it's already installed, we can open a Claude session and we can ask him a question. So in my case, I'm just going to change the model in order to save a few tokens that we don't need this Opus 4.4 for such a simple question, but you can use the biggest one. Also, as you see, I have 94% of my wiki limit, so there's no reason to use the bigger one. And I'm going to ask him a question about the code base. So I'm just going to ask him to trace the request, so the life cycle from Flask call to the final response, and also to tell us which core internal methods handle the routing part. So we see here, I'll query the knowledge graph first. So this is exactly what we want to see. So he's aware that Graphify is installed, and there's a map already existing that it can use. So we have our response, and we can see here that it took 48 seconds. And if we take a look into the context, so we can do /context, we can scroll a bit to the top, and we see here that in terms of messages, only 6.2% was used. Let's now test it, the same questions, but ask him to not use Graphify. So doing it as it was before. So we're going to open a new terminal. Let's open Claude in a new session. We're going to paste the same thing, but we're going to tell him, do not use Graphify. We're just going to tell him it like this. As we see now, he's searching for a pattern and listing the directory. We see here the command ls. So now he's not using the map. We see again he's reading two files, one of them being the ctx.py. And we have now the response that it took 59 seconds. If we take a look into the context, we can scroll up again like we did before. And we can see that the messages actually now, it took 70% of the space of the context that we have. If we compare this 17 to the previous 6.2, it was almost 3 times the difference. So the difference is not always going to be 3 times. It can be up to 71.5%, so 72%, but it's going to depend on how big the repository is and how it's linked together. But overall, this is always a good tool to have in big projects, especially in research ones that have a lot of reading to do. That's the whole setup. If this saves you some tokens, a like and a subscribe really helps me out. I'll leave all the links down on the description, and I'll see you on the next one.